Hello fellow proxies. So I went on a huge grind with the Chaos Zero Nightmare playtest and streamed it at 50 hours over the 4 days. Did you guys know that YouTube has a 12-hour limit on live VODs? Turns out the last 2 or 3 hours of this VOD didn't even save. First of all, thank you to everyone that stopped by and watched my streams. Whether you interacted or not, I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my content. I've summed up my thoughts to provide you guys my review of CZN in its current state, and for those who just want to see that, here it is on screen. Boom, done, video over. Now for those who want to hear me yap, let me break down these points in more detail. I'll start with what I like. The story is fine. It's not dramatic or deep or anything, but I'm usually a story skipper in gacha games, and they're mostly just there to show you what characters you're going to pull on. So they didn't bloat the story with characters blurting out fake jargon that other games do, dropping random names and factions like we're supposed to remember them all from the start. Instead, they keep the story basic and straight to the point. We're here because of X reason, and these are the characters that currently matter. I personally enjoy this style way more. The small side stories are a cute way to learn more about the characters and give a little backstory. Some of them have given me genuine laughs, though I wish these were also voiced. All the current characters look amazing, and their personalities really shine through in their designs. My personal favourites by design alone are Magna, Selena, and Beryl. I also enjoy that every character currently has their own playstyle. Do you like the defensive counter style? Use Magna. Do you like follow-up attacks? Use Hugo. Do you like playing expensive powerful cards that can ramp up? Use Kayron. Do you like playing weak cards now? Or hold on to them to make them stronger? Play Aulia. I could go on, but I will likely do another video to give an overview of all the characters coming up to a release. But it's insanely well built out for everyone to play slightly differently, then play out with the possible synergies with other characters they could have. And great character design and playstyles are very important for the next thing, which is the gameplay loop. Now I'll say straight out that the grindy nature of roguelites is not for everyone, but the idea that 2 runs will never be the same makes the Chaos Dungeon runs infinitely replayable. This makes theory crafting endless. Because of the nature of the roguelite system, your Rhinoa will never be the same as another Rhinoa. It's almost impossible. The events, cards, epiphanies that may or may not show up will always change with every run. This opens endless possibilities and discussions and debates on what works on a single character. Honestly, tier lists be damned, because I don't think any group of people will agree on a placement of any character on a tier list. The varied difficulty is great. It will cater to casuals who just want to get a grasp on card combat, as well as players who want the hardcore challenge. And we don't even have access to the endgame content yet. Don't worry if you don't have time to play each day though, dailies will only take about 5 to 10 minutes. The daily missions are very simple, from just logging in, doing some of the arc stuff, and using your energy on farming stages. Adverse to the fast dailies, when you want to play the game, the bulk of the gameplay lies in doing chaos runs to improve your character's save. Chaos runs are a good length. It's not short, and a single run is probably around 10 to 15 minutes, but I think that's perfect for playing the game in bursts. Now onto what I really dislike. The partners. Not even that it's technically just a weapon banner in disguise, but the fact that some of their designs are so good, but they're completely hidden. 80% of players won't even know that they have a full portrait because their awesome designs are hidden behind some menus. Instead, the most you'll ever see of them is this tiny window, which is basically a mini light cone. I personally think that the partner system should be revamped entirely, which is unlikely to happen at this point, but I don't think anyone is going to waste their pool currency on the standard partner banner. Material grinding looks like it might take a long time. Take this with a grain of salt because we don't have access to everything yet, but the quantity of materials per stamina seems rather small. Even getting a character to level 20 drains a fair bit of your stamina. This will likely become easier over time as you unlock higher difficulties, so as I said, please take this one with a grain of salt. Considering the bulk of the gameplay will be in chaos runs, I would much prefer if they added a sweep function for the farming materials to make this a lot faster. As of right now we have to do it manually, but at least this mode has auto. The gacha currency rate, which is known as crystals in CZN, should be improved. Now we were showered with pulls during our playtest. We were given about 200 free pulls over the course of the 4 days. However, that didn't deter me from noticing that the amount of crystals gained seemed somewhat low. I'm concerned with after the honeymoon phase of getting all the one-time achievements, the amount of gacha currency will be very low. I've asked other playtesters what they thought, and they all said the same thing. So I hope when the game comes out and we have full access to everything, the income is much better. A small one, but I wish there was more interactions with the Arc City. You will see your characters in the cafe and restaurant, but they will just idly stand there. They don't walk around, they don't really animate, and you can't interact with them in any way. It's not a big deal, but it does make the city area feel less lifelike. Now as what I think needs improving before release, So these are not really things that I want to see changed, but really what's already in the game but needs huge improvement on. And the biggest culprit is how terrible the card descriptions, tooltips, and inconsistent language are. There's no sugarcoating this one. As an avid card game player, it is a cardinal sin to design a card and not have the player understand what it does at a glance. I ranted multiple times during my stream about how bad this is. For example, Selena's card marks an enemy. That's all the information provided on the card. It's only through playing and then checking debuffs that I learned what mark does. This might not seem all that bad, but then you gotta do this for every buff, debuff, trigger, and any other effect to figure out what it does. This can all be fixed with fast tooltips, where you just click on the effect and it shows you what it does. Or what they're currently doing is having effects on the side of the card. They do have some examples of really good designed cards. Like one of Ranoa's, you have the card description, and on the right, what effects are involved, and on the left, what card it creates. So they can do it, they just need more of it across their cards and effects. This type of thing is way worse on common cards, because without knowing the full effects, it's really difficult to understand if this is a good pickup for your character. Over time, a player will learn all of these keywords, but that's irrelevant. Most players won't stick around long enough to learn them because it's downright frustrating to begin with. It also doesn't help that they have inconsistent language across cards and abilities. For example, we learned that Outbreak of War means it starts in your opening hand. For Mika's first dupe, it's called Initiation. And there's multiple examples of this inconsistent language. I could go on with this topic all day, but I'll move on and just say that if this game releases in its current state, it will only frustrate most players, especially ones that already don't do well with card games and needs to be their top priority to fix. Other things they need to iron out are some minor things like some grammar stuff with English translations not properly fitting into text boxes. While I personally enjoy the overall difficulty, I think the story mode could be adjusted to be slightly easier, so that the casual players at the very least can enjoy the story without hitting many difficult walls. This one would be a huge win for me, but I would like to see a selector on the standard banner. There is a selector for the partner banner, so please add it to the standard character banner. There are 10 characters on the standard banner, and it's very likely that there will be characters you will never get even after years of playing with such a big roster on the standard pool without a selector. So please, please, please add a selector. Completely unrelated to everything else, but I'm sure some people would like to know, but how does re-rolling work on your account? I did it a few times so that I could test as many characters as I could, but the process was pretty simple. In your settings, all you gotta do is select reset server, and this will wipe your account and start again. Getting back to the point where you can re-roll takes about 15 minutes. My overall impressions of CZN, did I enjoy it and would I recommend it? Yes. Despite my critiques, I would not have played it for 13 to 14 hours a day if I did not enjoy it. They really need to fix their tooltips and inconsistent card language, which will take time, and I do hope they fix the gacha income and partner banners. But otherwise, Smilegate has cooked something with a lot of potential here. If you enjoy roguelites, this is completely up your alley. The replayability to progress your character has a very addicting gameplay loop. The gameplay and customization is endless, and if you enjoy interacting with other people and discuss characters, I believe no doubt that there will be a lot of debates on who is better and why. While some characters may seem stronger than others, there'll always be a way to make your favorite characters S tier. And my closing thought is that while we're all eager for them to release CZN, I want them to take their time to polish the game and cards much further, and perhaps even do a second playtest to make sure the issues are resolved. I'm sure there's a lot more I could have covered. However, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll reply to every comment down below. I hope this helped break down what to expect from CZN when the game gets a release date. Until then, I can't wait to see you on board the SS Nightmare, fellow Protoss.